mission was to begin our one-to-one digital learning program in 7th grade because the 7th graders are at an age where they can take responsibility and take ownership of their learning, but it's also because it aligned well with our digital curriculum tools that we already had put in place here in Milford. The students were able to access materials, and now they can receive those materials at school and take them home on their device and utilize them that way too. As a part of any initiative that's beginning, becomes a part of that is professional development training. So this year we identified throughout last year and this year Milford Tech Leaders, which are leaders throughout our district of teachers who have identified as already leading in tech and comfortable with it, able to teach others and share information with them. So these tech leaders come together and train amongst their departments and grade level teams, and then we're able to use them at our Tech Summit, which was the first year we held that before school starts. It's a place for teachers to come and learn about new tools, new resources, and things they can use in the classroom to create these engaging lessons.
A typical day with a Chromebook would probably be like, we come in and one of my teachers, we go straight to Google Classroom, which is one of the websites on the computer, and that kind of has all of our assignments on it, and it has like daily stuff we need to work on. So when we go on there, it'll usually have like Thursday, and then it'll have assignment under it that we need to work on. The teacher doesn't really have to direct us, so we don't have to wait for them to come in. We can just kind of go to Google Classroom and start working on our assignment.
And my middle son is a 7th grader this year and was able to pilot the one-to-one Chromebook. And as a parent, it's been very exciting because he's motivated. He's super excited to have his own device. He is engaged, and it's been a breeze with him completing his homework.
The students are more responsible when it comes to materials. They take ownership of their device. They use that device in everyday routines as far as their agenda, which is now on Google Classroom or on Schoology. They use it to respond to classroom instructions. And so I've noticed an increase, like I said, in responsibility, engagement, and just an overall their ability to kind of rise to the occasion when it comes to growing as learners. They kind of step up to the plate, and they like the idea of having ownership of their own device, and it kind of makes them feel a little more grown up and mature because they're no longer dependent on loose leaf paper and a pencil.
So we had a few different research topics. In a group, we had 3 or 4 people, and we used a Google Doc to edit all the research and put it all in one spot. And then we took the research and put it into a book on paper for the final project.
They're so in tune with the computers and finding things they need and finding items that they need at a particular time that we are actually able to accomplish a lot more within our curriculum in a given day because we're all kind of on the same page and everything is where it needs to be, and we can get started on things much quicker and more efficiently than we have in the past, for sure.
So having Chromebooks and having students one-to-one increases engagement because we are able to use it as a collaborative tool, teacher to student, student to student, and then student to the whole class, which is awesome. I think that it increases engagement also because students are allowed to participate not only in responding to the teacher's questions and information, but also then to teach other students through their use of the Chromebook.
And I think the technology this year really enhances what we get to do in the classroom, because I love doing projects, and we get to do projects in the classroom because we use Google Classroom, and that has the documents. So if we're doing a group project, one person opens it up and shares it with the other people, and then we all get to work on the group project, so we can take it home and do it and set a time to work on the project together, and we all get on there and we can type and then have a communication without having to be in person.
So on a given day, a lot of times when the students are in front of the computer, they are collaborating. What's on one student's screen can also be on another student's screen, and they're both typing at the same time, or they're both manipulating things at the same time. So they're actually learning, I think, honestly, to collaborate more than we've probably done in the past.
I think the success of the digital learning program was a team effort all the way around. I really want to thank anyone that's affiliated with all of this project. That includes like our media specialists, our secretary, our administration. It's starting with the teachers and allowing the opportunity for students to grow in the classroom, creating these engaging learning experiences for them, allowing them some flexibility, giving them choices in the classroom. The teachers have really set this up in a way that the students are engaged and they're more interested in what they're learning about. I also want to thank the parents and students for just trusting in us that this was going to work for their child and being able to meet their needs through the use of traditional instruction and digital instruction. And having the device here every day was a big part of this, and having the responsibility factor. The parents are contributing to that factor, and the students. They're bringing their device, they're engaged in their lessons, they are staying on task, and they're able to mix up materials and utilize things in a different way than before they're having tools in front of them. So it's nice to be able to have the team effort and everybody coming together to make this a successful program.